Let's, oh, I'm live. Hello, hello. Let's see who is around on this Monday evening. Hello. Oops, get the chat going. Thought I saw somebody come in. NPR Zell. Oh. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Hopefully you had a good weekend and a good Monday. I know Mondays are rough. I say that every week, but it's true. If you work a nine, hey, cruising is fun anytime. How are you? How have you been? How was your weekend? Weekend was good. Mondays are rough. If you work a regular Monday through Friday kind of job, Mondays are rough. All is good, good, good. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. I had a good weekend. It was busy but good. I think I think you commented on my walk in Tampa around the cruise port. So that was fun. Can you believe? Hey, Tamika, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Yes, Mondays are definitely rough. They are. And every week you feel like, oh, I'm going to be prepared because the weekend I'm going to get all rejuvenated and, be ready to go on Monday. And I was. And then the emails started, and then I wasn't. But anyway, I did have a good weekend. If you had a chance to see the video that I posted yesterday, it was about um, I was over in Tampa visiting friends who they live in St. Pete, but it can't be that close and not go by the port of Tampa just to see what was happening. And so I did that. And there is a walk. It's called the Tampa River Walk. It's like a city, not a park, but a path. There are park areas along the way that you could stop and sit on the bench or picnic or people watch or whatever. There's usually a lot of activity because people are riding bikes and skating and skateboarding, roller skating, you name it. And when it's a nice day, it's really busy. But the area that I like of the Riverwalk is behind the convention center and into this marina area. Oh yeah, he was telling you about that. Thanks, Charlie. And usually when I get to the marina area, right where the private boats are, I can see the cruise ships off in the distance, and I always thought it was too far to walk. Um, but this time I couldn't see the cruise ships out in the distance, and I knew that there were some there. It was probably about, I don't know, maybe 20 to 4 by the time I got to that area, and um, I thought that I would be able to just see the ships and, kind of wave and say something or whatever. And then I couldn't see the ships and I knew they were there. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm this close. Let me just start walking. Let me see if I can catch them. And so I started walking, and as I'm walking, I'm trying to hurry along. And as I'm walking, I hear the cruise ship, the whistle blow, the horn blow. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I walked all this way and now I'm still going to miss it because they're about to pull off. But anyway, I hurried down and then I could see a glimpse of the whale tail for the carnival ship that was there. And I'm like, okay, let me keep going, let me keep going. Well, I end up walking all the way down to the port. Um, and import was the Carnival Paradise, and the uh, Royal Caribbean ship that was there was Serenade of the Seas. And so I was able to watch them both pull out, which was nice, except who wants to be on that side of the cruise sailing? You want to be on the ship. You don't want to be down there waving like I was, but I did. I was down there and I watched the ships pull out, and I was trying to wave to see if I could get people to wave back. No takers. On either ship. They were just like, what is wrong with that girl? Why is she standing down there? They're waving and taking pictures. You missed your ride. So yes, I felt like a peer runner in that situation. Hey, Michael, how are you doing? Thanks for coming in. And I felt like they're leaving me. They're leaving me. Well, then I went to meet up with my friend. Like I said, they live in St. Pete, and she's like, "Well, what time did the?" You laughing at me standing at the shore waving. Hey. I go to my friend's house, and she's like, "Well, what time did the ships pull out?" Hi, Stephen, Tina. How are you? Thanks for coming in. She was like, "What time did the ships pull out?" I'm like, "Oh, one was probably about 4:15, and the other one was probably right behind it at about 4:30." She's like, "Well, we can still get a glimpse of the ships, right?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? They're gone. Like literally, the ship has sailed." She's like, "No, no, no. We can go. We can go and get close to the Tampa Bay Bridge and watch them go all the way out to sea." I'm like, "Well, at this point, it was probably, I don't know, a little after 5. She's like, "No, no, no. It takes a couple hours for them to get there." So we hop in her car. We go out to, I don't even know the name of the pier, but it was a long fishing pier um, uh, near the Tampa Bay Bridge. And, there's all these people who clearly had been out all day fishing. I don't know what they were fishing for, what they were trying to catch, but they're fishing. They're doing their thing. And here we come running in like, "Do we miss the ships? Did we miss the, miss the ships?" And they're like, "What are you guys looking for?" We're like, "Oh, we want to catch the cruise ships going by." They're like, "Oh." The people fishing did not care. They were trying to catch the big one. They did not care at all about the cruise ships coming through, which I just like, what? How do you not see these ships come by and not think it's, a cool thing to see? So anyway, we um we hung out on that pier for a while and watched the ships go under the bridge and make their way out towards the Gulf of Mexico. Now, always knew that, and I have sailed out of Tampa before, but somehow I missed that part of the sail away where you actually are under the bridge. But I guess now that I know it takes about 2 hours, I probably was on the deck and then went, "Oh, okay, I don't know. I guess we missed it. I don't know. I didn't see the bridge." Um, but it was nice to see. It was nice to see it, and the cruise ships of only a certain size are able to go into Tampa because of that bridge. They have to be low enough to fit under it. And as the Carnival ship was coming through, it looked close. The whale tail looked really, really close. But it cleared it, of course, with no trouble. And then I think the Royal Caribbean ship was a little bit smaller than that, or at least their smokestack was lower, so they cleared it with no problem. But we watched them go under the bridge and make their way out towards the Gulf of Mexico, and I thought that was it. Like, okay, that was cool. I'm glad I got to see it. I'm glad I filmed it or whatever. And then Kenna says, there's one more chance to catch them before they're really gone, right? I was like, oh my gosh, what now? So we hop into the car and basically go on the other side of that bridge, and we're able to see it, which was, again, it was nice because the sun was starting to set then, and it was cool. I thought it was cool. So if you watched it, thank you. If you enjoyed it, I'm glad, because I thought it was fun. I thought it was a cool thing to see, and glad I was able to film it. So, anyway, I did feel like a pier runner, like I was chasing down ships because I kind of was. So, for the folks who are cruisers on here, have any of you like felt like you've been running for a ship, or have you been in a pier runner situation? Now, I hear people. To me, a pier runner is somebody who has completely lost track of time and is about to get left, because the cruise ships will leave you behind in port if you are not back on time when they tell you the all aboard time is. And they're not every time, but usually there are a few stragglers, and sometimes you see them literally running down the pier trying to get on board before they get left. So I am a hey Keisha, how are you? Happy Monday. I am really a time person anyway, so I'm not trying to get left. Certainly not trying to get left in some foreign country with nothing but the flip flops on my feet. So I would rather go back to the ship early than to risk being late and or being in a pier running situation. But I am curious. Other people say peer runners are like, they're just living their best life. They are soaking it all up. They are doing everything they possibly can do on that island until the very last second, and then they get back on board. But they don't want to go back too early because they don't want to miss out on the fun or whatever it is they were trying to do. I can't do that. I I have to know I'm back on board. He says, never been a peer runner. I love a schedule. And I'm like you, usually early. Yes. Yes. I appreciate that. I can see that about you, Keisha. You told me you keep a spreadsheet. So you're not, no, they're not leaving you because you're on schedule. Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I go and I have a good time and I want to see as much as the next person, but yeah, I want to be back. I want to be back on board on time. And I know, like, now it depends on where you go. Not everywhere. Like if you go to the Bahamas, your 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 time, there's not going to be a time change. But if you go further, I guess that would be south or down to Mexico, you might have a time change. And so they always tell you to stay on ship's time for sure. Yeah, Tamika, we're not trying to run down that pier. We want to be on board, getting ready for the next thing, like dinner or something. Um, they tell you to stay on ship's time, but I know with your phones, or maybe if you have a digital watch, they may sync up to the local time. So I can't even tell you the last time I've worn a regular wristwatch, but maybe that's something I need to add into my travel bag, so that you have a regular analog watch, or a watch that you can set to the time so that you can stay on ship's time. Girl, that spreadsheet has gotten dusty since I started my own little YouTube journey. I understand. I have to get back to it or I will die. My subscribe channels has increased like crazy with more amazing creators. Well, you seem to be keeping up just fine, Keisha. I love seeing you in different chats. I was like, I know her. But yes, it definitely takes a little more time doing your own channel and posting your own videos and getting your subscribers, which I'm sure is not difficult because you know so many people already, Keisha. But I'm glad you did it. I hope you're glad you started your channel too, because it's been fun watching you so far. Um, oh, Michael saying hi to Keisha. I have my favorites that I cannot miss, like the Monday mood check. Thank you, Keisha. I'm not sure if you were in when I was asking how everybody's Monday was. We had the standard. It was rough. Mondays are rough. Today was in that category. I mean, poor Mondays. Poor Mondays. They get all the they get all the blame. They ruined all the fun from the weekend because you got to get ready for Monday. But yeah, they are. They're rough. They're rough. So yeah. So okay. So Keisha's not a peer runner. Tamika's not a peer runner. I don't know if Cheryl is still in on here. Are you guys peer runners? Will you wait until the last possible second to get on board? I go back to work tomorrow after 4 month mental sabbatical. That is woe is you. Oh, Keisha. Well, good luck with everything. I hope it's let's see, a terrific Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. That's what you get through it. I hope it all goes well. You had some great trips in between. So today, Monday, has been moping around feeling sorry for myself. Well, we feel sorry for you too, Keisha. Nobody wants to go back after 4 months. I'm sure you've been enjoying your time. Hey, Destination Fun, how are you doing? Apparently, I was in Destination Fun's neighborhood on Saturday as I was, strolling around the port of Tampa trying to chase down those ships. I didn't know that's where you were, Sherry. I would have been like, hey, next time, maybe we can meet up. She's like, she saw the video, was like, that looks familiar. Oh, wait, I do know where that is. All right, so we're good. I'm glad to know that you guys are not doing the mad dash trying to get back on board. You are having your fun and returning back to the ship safely. Okay, cool. Good to know. Good to know. Um, but yes, you're in Tampa. Yes, don't you love that? The river walk is so nice. I love that walk. I used to work downtown Tampa, so I don't know the name of the park, but I would get onto the trail earlier on and then make my way down behind the convention center and the into that marina, and then I started seeing ships. It's like, wait, there's more. So anyway, it was a nice day and a nice walk, and I got to see those ships pull out. So I'm happy about that. Well, I think I mentioned to you guys before that I am getting ready for a group cruise in June, um, hosted by the YouTube channel Meet and I. They are they're sponsoring a group cruise going out. Davis Island is a good place to see the ships pull out too. We have a video on how close up they are to you. Oh, wow, cool. Um, Davis Island is where the restaurants are. Is that what that one's called? I don't know what that little island is. Kind of across from the Marriott. Um, or was that something else? But anyway, yeah, it's amazing how close up you are. And Tampa is, it's different in that way. All the terminals aren't like that, where you can just kind of where you can get that close and without boarding. Um, but anyway, I like that. So I've been talking about this group cruise. You know, I'm going on this group cruise in June. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun and a lot of people. Oh, that's Harbor Island. It's an island over. Okay, the ships go right by the little beach there. Oh, okay, cool. So can you get over to Davis Island? Obviously, you're saying it's a good place to watch. How do you get over there? Oh, this is breaking news, guys. Now we got a new location. How do we get over to Davis Island? Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. So I'm like I said, I'm trying to get ready for this group cruise. It's going out of Miami in June on the Carnival Conquest. I think they have something like 35 cabins booked now. So it's like a nice size of people. I've cruised many times, but I've never done a group cruise other than, the group, my family group. So this is going to be interesting. I'm excited about it, but I'm also kind of like, okay, how much, how many activities will I? Well, because I'm kind of a, I don't want to say a loner, but like I like to go, I socialize, I have fun, but then when I kind of hit my wall, I've had enough, I go off by myself, or I head back to my cabin or whatever. So I'm wondering if it's going to be sort of overload. If any of you guys watched any of the vloggers extravaganza, that was a lot. That was a lot of people all the time. And I know this will not be the same thing. Not everybody going is a vlogger or doing social media, but still, it could be a lot of people. So I'm wondering, you guys have to help me out. One, I have a Cricut, the machines that you can cut out the vinyl and make things. And I have the press so that I could make t-shirts. You agree with that about how many people, Tamika? Yeah. That can be a lot. That could be a lot. I don't feel the need to hang out. I know I'm not going to feel the need to hang out with everybody all the time. And that is nothing against anybody. I'm sure everybody's going to be great and lovely, but it'll get to a point where it's kind of sensory overload, and I will want to go and do me and go and do my own thing. So we'll see how that goes. But in preparation for that, I want to make myself a T-shirt or two, at sort of advertising the channel. And I'm wondering what. Yeah, I know when I'm done. Yes, Tamika knows when I'm done. I'm done, and it's nothing personal. I'm not upset. I'm not. There's no attitude. There's nothing. But I've had enough. I'll see you guys later. It's not a bad thing, but yeah. Um, so anyway, I'm gonna try to make myself a T-shirt or two, and I think I need a slogan. So, thoughts, suggestions? What should I put on my T-shirt? My cousin, Tamika's my cousin. She's laughing at me. She knows I love her, but when I've given her that good night. She's like, wait, what? What happened? Nothing personal, cuz. I've just had enough. Too much fun will kill you. Just kidding. Um, Elisa's Adventures and Cruising, you're the same way. Yeah. Yeah. You sometimes it's nothing personal. I can be totally having a good time, but when I've had enough, I've had enough. Crack it up. I mean, I'm telling the truth, right? you know, you know. So anyway, so what should I put on my shirt, guys? What should I put on my shirt? I mean, of course, the like, comment, subscribe kind of thing, but any special cruisy sayings, some people are so creative and have all their little, I love it when we're cruising together kind of sayings. Um, came to rock the boat or, something. I don't know. I feel like I need a little something something for a t-shirt. So you guys, if you have any suggestions, I'm open to ideas. I need some ideas. Of course, I'm going to go online and see if there are any templates or just get inspired by an idea. But that's what I'm working on from a cruise. And I also wanted to ask you guys, how do you feel about the cruise ducks? Do you like cruise ducks? Have you found cruise ducks? Should I do some cruise ducks? What do we think? You got a bunch on Amazon. Shirts or ducks or both. I saw ducks on I think it's the trading company, Oriental Trading Company. Is that what it's called? ABC, the trading company. There are lots of choices of ducks. Oh, ducks, yeah. There are lots of choices of ducks. Um, they have cute little minis. They have what Michael's at Alisa's Adventures and Cruising with Alisa. Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely gonna have the channel name on there. Just people are clever. You guys are clever with little catchy sayings. So just try to think of something like that. Um, but yeah, there's so many different cruise ducks. You are not unimaginative, Keisha. Hey, House X, how are you? How are you? Thanks for coming in. Okay, these guys, they make shirts or have shirts. What should I put on my t-shirts for the group cruise? I need a I need a fun little saying, something to put on the shirt. And then I was also asking, how do you guys feel about cruise ducks? Do you like finding cruise ducks? Did you get cruise ducks? Um, they have so many different things now, different colors and camo. And I saw like cruise ducks that are actually, ooh, I'm here for the adventure. Nice, Mika. That's cute. Keisha saying hi to House of X. Um, Michael saying hi to House of X. That's nice, guys. Now wait, I have to go back to Keisha saying she's unimaginative. Now I saw some cruise shirts on in your vlogs. You had cruise shirts. So anyway, yeah, I have these. I haven't had a lot of time to be crafty, but I do have these. I have the Cricut things. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and make myself a shirt or two so that I am ready. I'm ready to advertise my channel and then put YouTube channel underneath. Yep, yep. I'm gonna do that. I see people are putting on the what do you call it? The QR code too. I don't know how to get that, but I'll try and play around with that. See if that's something that way I think my name is easy, but people always have trouble with my name. So if they could just scan it and find us, I will go for it. Those were other shirts, Melon at Sea and Parker's on the Go. Okay. All right. Well, next time there's going to be something for Keisha's channel. But that's nice that you had other channel shirts on supporting. You're so nice, Keisha. That's great. And I think you did some ducks. You did ducks and you did what other the frogs? So yeah, there's so many different little rubber ducky animal kind of toys to hide. I've seen ducks. I saw the frogs. I saw ducks that were, excuse me, I guess they were dressed up like other animals. Keisha says, on my very first cruise, I found a duck, but I thought it was part of the kids club activities, and I pointed a few kids to it. Oh, that was cute. That was cute. I kind of the when I found one too, I thought the same thing that it was for kids, and I was like, oh, that's cute, and sort of put it back. Um, Keisha, I hit almost 100 ducks and frogs between my last two cruises. That was a lot of fun. Did you stay around and watch people try to find them, or you just kind of it was the fun was in the hiding of them? Well, that's a lot of ducks. That's a lot of ducks and frogs. So I may do some. I may do some. I think it was fun. Was it fun watching people find them? I know I've seen kids find them, and of course they get super excited, like, "Oh my god, I found the dog!" But I haven't found adults find them, so I don't know if they enjoy them or they kind of go, ah, a duck or whatever. I was worn out every day of both cruises for sure. It's an extra work for yourself trying to secretly hide those ducks. All right. Well, I may order some ducks. I think Sherry said on Amazon, and I know I've seen them. Am I saying the right name? I know it's a trading company. I'm not sure the exact site, but I can find them, I'm sure. So I got to work on t-shirts. I got to get myself some ducks and make some little cards for the to put on the ducks. Um, and I got to try to get ready. Now, this cruise is going to the Bahamas. So Nassau, which I know the cruisers have all been to lots of times before, but I do try and find something new and different every time I go. Um, I don't. I know people like to stay on the ship, and I guess there's nothing wrong with that. The ships are beautiful, and there's plenty to do, and or do nothing. Maybe you just want to chill out and enjoy the quieter ship. But I like to get out, get off, and go and see something. So I know I'm putting a lot of pressure on you guys, but what do you like to do in Nassau? What would you be interested in seeing me do in Nassau that I would post about? There have been postings on the Facebook group page of folks that have found ducks from my last cruise. Oh, but I haven't seen any of mine posted though. Oh, that's cute. That's fun. That's fun. At least that people are finding them and talking about it or taking pictures of it. That's cute. I know somebody was, I guess, out of 100. No, you said 50 ducks, right? 50 ducks. Even if you see a couple people mentioning them for yours would be great. Oh, that's fun. So okay, so what do you guys like to do in Nassau? I am looking at a tour that is like it goes to a some kind of you could do some kind of wine tasting, chocolate tasting, and there's something else. It's sort of um, I was surprised that I was surprised by the chocolate and the wine actually. Maybe the other thing is the rum distillery. I can't remember. I think there was definitely three stops that are kind of famous. So um, that sounded interesting. The chocolate and the wine because I've never done that in Nassau. I'm not. I mean, I go past the straw market. I'm not a huge fan of the straw market just because it's it's a lot of people and it's very close in there. But for sure, if you wanted to get T-shirts or any like handcrafted things, authentic things from Nassau, it's a good place to go. Last time I went to the Pompeii Slavery and History Museum, which was really interesting. It's very small, but I thought the exhibits were really well done, and it's doors just a few doors down from the straw market. So definitely worth the time. I was thinking about doing one of the pirate museum, or I don't know if there's multiple, but I know there's a pirate museum in Nassau. But I'm curious to see what kind of things you guys like to do in Nassau. He said, I received all kinds of ducks and gifts in my Facebook group exchange. I will participate in that in most of my cruises going forward. I love that so much. Over a total of 30 gifts and postcards. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. Especially with the postcards. You never see a postcard anymore. Or mail a postcard. That used to be the big thing to get your postcards and get them stamped and get them out. You always made it home before the postcard, but still, you wanted to send one. um, yeah. So, what do you guys like to do in Nassau? Now, I don't usually do. There's beaches, of course, Atlantis. But since the cruise lines always go to their own private island for a beach day, I usually just do the beach there and not in Nassau. But I know they have a lot of, um, swimming with the pigs and the dolphin excursions, or just some of the private beaches, Paradise Beach, and well, not private beaches, but other beaches that you can go and visit and hang out on. But I will probably save my beach time for the private island, which is Half Moon Key, Half Moon Cay, this time around. So definitely open to ideas. What do you guys like to do in Nassau? Or do you not get off in Nassau? Do you stay on board and just enjoy the ship? Anybody? Nobody? That's okay. Like I said, there's this is a group cruise, and so I've met well, I've only met in person one other vlogger, Edna's World. It's Mika, that's who we met. Mika's tours and shopping. Well, this is what I was about to say. You've only been once. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yes, we like a tour. We like a tour. We like a tour, and we like to shop. That is true. So uh, there's a group doing. There's going to be people doing all kinds of things, and I'm trying to do my group participation. I can go off and do my own thing, but I'm trying to see what the group is doing, and and do the whatever tour is selected. I know there's a group who wants to do something like a Segway, um, or some kind of tour like that. I've never done one of those kind of tours. I'm just not sure. I need to find out exactly where it's going, because I'm like my cousin. I want to be able to stop and look at a shop, maybe bring something home. So that sounds really fun, and that would be an adventure. Places adventures. That would be an adventure. Something different, something that I have not done. But at the same time, it's kind of like, oh, I want to tour. I want to tour, and I want to stop in some shops and see what they have. Let's see. Oops. Let me see if I can go back up. Michael saying, I've never been on a cruise, so I feel a little weird. Don't feel weird. If you ever have the opportunity to go, Michael, go and enjoy. It's a good time. Um, but enjoy the dolphin encounter excursion and walking around the vendors right outside the port. Also visit the police department and passport administration, both offices. They were nice. Did you go to get your passport stamped, Keisha? That's that's nice. I actually thought about because you mentioned the postcards. I had thought about that too. Like, I wonder if there's a post office um, close by so that you could actually make sure you get your stuff stamped. Nassau, Bahamas, whatever, and get it mailed out like the postcards. Because if you don't want to, I want to bring a couple postcards home if it's a great picture along with my magnets, but you don't want to bring the postcards home and then try to mail them. Hello, together we travel. How are you doing? Thanks for coming in. Yes, you got your passport stamped. Cool. Yeah, I think they used to do that right at the port, and then it got moved. Um, so I'm not sure if people go as often. Maybe they do. I'm not sure. Please, Captain gave my daughter and I bracelets and necklace and pamphlets in his personal cell phone. Was that just to make sure that you guys are finding your way all right? I'm sure it was. Although I saw your daughter, she's lovely, so it might have been trying to meet you. That's funny. The administrative office right outside the port, closer than any post office. Oh, okay. Okay. Good to know, Keisha. Thank you. So that's something I might need to go and actually mail some postcards this time. That's so funny because we have everybody's numbers in our phones. You don't have them memorized anymore. I have to make sure I have all the proper addresses if I'm going to try and do some mail some postcards there. But that's not a bad idea at all. Hey, Team Reese Travels, how are you doing? Hi everyone in the chat. Can't stay today. Got some editing to do, but back to back meetings tonight, but still wanted to say hello. Well, I appreciate it so much. Thanks for coming in and saying hello. Good luck with everything you got going on tonight. Stay as long as you can, but I understand. All right. You never needed to call. Okay. No, yeah, good. Good. I'm glad it was a safe, fun time just out and about. Okay. Okay. So, all right, you guys. Well, keep the ideas coming if you have them. I'd appreciate it. I'm looking for ideas for these shirts. I think I'm gonna do some ducks, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be as ambitious as Keisha with 50. That's kind of a lot. I'll do a couple. I had a few. So get some ducks and yeah, I gotta decide what I'm gonna do. I remember when I had the pop up a couple weeks ago, Keisha was talking about the dolphin excursion. That does sound good too. I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know what I want to see this time around, but I definitely want to see something that I haven't seen before because there is people sometimes say that there's nothing to do in Nassau, but I think there's a lot to do in Nassau. You just have to be open to trying some different things, and you have to be open to doing an excursion. And I also like the rum cake factory. I don't want to do the tour that takes you back to Atlantis, and that seems to be the route that the rum cake factory tour is on. And I know sometimes you see the Tortuga rum cakes in the shops, but last time I didn't find the other company, the basically called the Rum Cake Factory. I didn't find that those in the shop. So um, I guess that's how they keep you coming back. You gotta go to the actual spot to get their official rum cakes. So that's something. But I do like doing a tour. I'm not going to go too far off by myself. So I would rather do that with the group rather than just hop in a taxi or whatever and go. Not that I've ever had any problems there, but still, I'm trying to make it back to the ship on time, not taking the extra scenic tour around the island. Keisha saying, wishing Team Reach travels. Happy editing and meetings. Yes. Yes, the editing takes a while. Takes a while. And if you have lots and lots of footage, then it's hard to condense it down. I think there are enough excursions in Nassau to keep me busy for at least four more cruises if you budget right. All right, okay, all right. I see you. We'll see you cruising. I'm not mad at that. Come on, let's go. Um, yeah, I think there's plenty. I think there's plenty to do. I think there's plenty to do. Now, when you get off, and I don't know how it was. You were there more recently than I was, Keisha. How the port was, if it's done, if it's close to being done, all the construction that was going on at the port of Nassau. It looks like it's going to be really done when it's done. Um, but people used to and me included, about how the vendors were before the big pavilions would go up. There were a lot of vendors kind of on the aggressive side, like waiting to swarm the cruisers as soon as they got off, trying to sell you this or that, or braid your hair or whatever. So I do think it's going to be really nice once it's done, if it's not already done. Make sure you get a clamshell. Yes, the sun is going to be fierce. Yes, absolutely. I love those clamshells. I love those clamshells. They are lifesavers. I don't know if my cousin is still in here, but yeah, we really enjoyed those last go around, and like, oh yeah, no, we can't go without that again. That's a must now. Um, that's probably the I haven't like rented you can rent the floating mats too. I don't think that they're very expensive if you want to kind of just float around on the water out there. I don't know what else they have at Half Moon Cay. If they have the giant sort of paddle boat, yeah, yes, we love those clamshells. We want to keep it forever. When we claim it, this is mine. But you definitely do need the shade. You need the shade, and we were there. And when did we last go? April. Um, and the sun was strong. You needed it. You needed some kind of umbrella or whatever. Couldn't even tell about the port construction. There were 4 to 5 ships. Wow. And so many people. I was just watching my person hat. Yes. Yes, you can't forget you're on vacation. You gotta keep track of your stuff and make sure nobody else is trying to grab it from you. Um, oh, that's interesting. I mean, I knew, yeah. I don't know how many ships can be in port there at the same time, but that they have lots of, I don't know what they're called, docks, slips. There's lots of room, and for the big ships. So 4 to 5 ships, probably large size cruise ships. That is a lot of people, and they all get in about the same time. Um, you know, give or take a half hour or so. So that's a lot of people coming off all at the same time, trying to head out to wherever they're going, whatever their tours are, or if they're just going shopping or whatever. So, yeah, I can imagine as it hits the peak season again, that's going to be kind of the norm. So, I hope the construction is just about done, so people don't have to deal with that because the construction it roped you a longer way out to the street where I think there are going to be shops and things there. So even if it takes you a long time to get out to the street because you stop and look or whatever, at least it's covered. At least it's covered and you're not the direct sun that whole way. Otherwise, that's a long hot walk in the summer. Andre, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, no, it's a look at it. You got people here. They're all excited. Andre's here. How are you doing? But anyway, yeah. So I hope the port is done soon and it's comfortable. I mean, I know there'll be a lot of people, but at least there's shade. That's if you're the furthest ship out walking that pier. I know they have the little tram that takes you back and forth, but and they do have coverings as you wait for the it was a long hard walk in March too. Okay. Well, I don't know when every construction is always delayed. I don't know how much longer it's supposed to be. But yeah, that's a long hot walk and I'm afraid for it in June. It'll be really hot. It'll be really hot. So, all right. Well, I guess I should not expect it to be done and we try to prepare myself as I prepare my ducks, prepare my shirts. All right, I'm not a like super. I know I make crazy stuff or try to make crazy stuff on my lives, but I'm really not that adventurous of an eater. And when we go along the board, there's always sort of the street vendors who are selling different food. Have you guys gotten anything from there and been like, oh my god, this was amazing? I'm looking for that if I ever get to come back. I think when I went last year to Nassau, but I did a tour and they had somebody was selling conch fritters, which I have had before and but I was a little like, ooh, do I want to get up from here? I'm not that adventurous. I know you guys are not gonna believe me with the crazy stuff I've been making at home, but I guess that's a thing. I'm making it at home. Not the little roadside guy, which I'm sorry, that makes me concerned. And then to get back on the ship. um, okay. Well, thanks so much for joining, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks for the ideas about the ducks and the shirts. If you have any others, keep them coming. If you think of something that you're like, yeah, you should try that and vlog it, let me know. I will think about it. I can't say for 100%. Like, don't tell me to go bungee jumping. There's no way. There's no way. Andre's probably like, that's nothing, but I'm not going bungee jumping. No. Um, but yeah, if you have any other ideas, let me know. If you have been on a group cruise and have other things to tell me or to not warn me, but sort of prepare me about, I would appreciate it so that I'm not the one who's just kind of like, hi, hi. I really do want to meet people, and I'm looking forward to having a good time with them. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Keisha. Go and get dinner going. I have to get dinner going too. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm gonna do something easy and quick. But I definitely need to eat something. So anyway, thanks you guys. I appreciate it. Have a great evening and a great week. And next week I should be in the kitchen again. So you can join in and see what I'm gonna try and make. But thanks a lot. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Happy Monday. Take care.